everybody. So today I'm going to do a video, and it's going to be my 2013 year in review and 2014 goals. I have it all written down on this piece of paper here. So let's get started. First, for 2013 year in review, I'll start out with the shows we did. So the first show we did is we always go to Beeland first every year, because Beeland is just dressage. So on April 28th, we went to Beeland, and in Intro A, we got second, and in Intro B, we got second. That was pretty good for the first show of the year. So on May 6th, we went to Apple Knoll for a combined test, and this was actually Elsa's first ever time jumping at a show. And we did pre-elementary, and we got fourth, and I was really, really proud of her because she'd never jumped at a show before, and she was fine. Then, on June 9th, we went to our first three-phase, which was super duper fun, even though after the combined test we schooled cross-country. It's different schooling and then actually going out and doing it. It's just two different feelings. So that was really, really fun. That was on June 9th, and we did pre-elementary, and we got second. And I was extraordinarily proud of her because that was the first time we ever did an official cross-country round, the second time she's ever jumped at a show, and she was perfect. Truthfully, I was really worried about how she was going to be. She doesn't like leaving the property farther than like the road alone. She just doesn't like it at all, so I didn't know if going out alone in the cross-country course she wouldn't want to do it, or if she'd run away with me, or be... She wasn't. She's perfectly fine. On August 18th at Apple Knoll, they had their first jumper derby. For those of you who do not know what a jumper derby is, what they do is they go out in their cross-country field and they put stadium jumps out there. So you do a mini stadium course and then the cross-country. So it's kind of like a few stadium jumps, a few cross-country jumps. That was really fun. That was actually their first time ever doing a jumper derby, and our first time ever doing a jumper derby. And they did pre-elementary in the morning, so me and Elsa were the first ones to ever do a jumper derby at Apple Knoll, and we got first. We got first, if you didn't hear that, because she sneezed. And I was extraordinarily proud of her. She was perfect, did everything. No problem at all. Hi, Elsa. And then, this was an interesting show. September 1st, it was scheduled to be a three-phase, but there was a storm. Literally, the biggest storm I've ever seen my whole life happened, so they turned it into a combined test. Now, pre-elementary goes at the end of the day, and we did our dressage in the pouring rain, and she was fine. But then we had to wait for like 2 hours. All the horses in the indoor, all of them at the show, didn't care. Walked around with all the horses. Commotion, didn't care. The biggest, loudest thunder I've ever heard in my life, she didn't care. There was maybe like 2 big booms that she spooked at. But out of like the billion that actually went off, she spooked at like 2. And I was so very proud of her. And then Apple Knoll said, okay, you're the last to go in your division for jumping, because everybody else had gone before the wait. We know it's thundering, but you gotta go. So we went outside in the middle of the biggest thunder and lightning storm I've ever seen in my life. Did our stadium. Half of the ring was literally underwater. Like, it wasn't like a puddle. There was a puddle. No, half of the ring was underwater. She trotted boom, straight through it. There were a few jumps where there were huge thunders over the jumps. She didn't care. One of the last jumps we did was, and I'm not exaggerating this at all. The last jump, when we were going over it, the biggest thunder I have ever heard in my entire life. Boom! She didn't care. My heart dropped. I was like shaking because I was so scared of the thunder. She didn't even blink an eye. I was like 80 times more scared than she was. She didn't care. She was absolutely perfect, and I could not have asked for a better horse for that day. Any other horse that would have went out there, okay, not any other horse, but I know a good deal of horses that would have went out there would have freaked out at that. She did not care, and I was the happiest person on earth that day. But then we had to wait at Apple Knoll for another 2 hours until the storm lit up, till we could actually go home. So that was a long day, but it was fun. And it just showed me how amazing of a horse I have. I knew it before, but this just it heightened my thoughts. And you should have seen me that day. I was ecstatic. I couldn't even, I don't know. But we ended up getting second in that test, which was awesome. And then the last show we did this year, November 20th, was another jumper derby at Apple Knoll. And it was cold, it was windy, she was a little on edge. So there was a one jump, and like before the jump she spooked. She didn't refuse the jump, and they didn't count it as a refusal, but she spooked, so we had to circle around, and it was just, I mean, they didn't count it as a refusal, but so we ended up getting third in that, which I was okay with. She was still good. And then at Apple Knoll, they do year-end awards. So in the pre-elementary division, they combined? Maybe it is combined. No, I think it's combined. They combined the 3 phases with the combined tests and the jumper derbies. So all the shows I went to were considered one division. And we were champion in pre-elementary. Out of all the other people that went to Apple Knoll in the pre-elementary division, we were champion for 2013. And then they sent me another ribbon, and it said, Junior Division Best Score Reserve Champion. I don't know what that means. But I asked my aunt, and she told me that that means out of all the people who are juniors, like age-wise, like they're juniors in a show, not seniors, out of all the people that showed at Apple Knoll that were juniors in any division, so there could have been a person going like novice that was a junior. Out of all the shows, all the juniors, all the divisions, me and Elsa got the second best score of the year. I had a few friends that went and showed like beginner, novice. I beat them. I was so proud. So we got the second best score out of all the juniors in all divisions all year. I love my horse. So, just to sum it up, 2013, me and Elsa learned how to jump. This was the year we started jumping. Perfect with it. We worked on her canter a lot, which is improving, but not quite there yet. And it's winter now, so she's on her break. We jumped in our first show. First time going cross country. And the first time ever jumping in a huge storm, or riding even in a huge storm. And 2013 was a milestone for us. A year that we will never forget. She's eating her food right now. She's very hungry. Say hi. It's a milestone. I don't think there's any possible way in the world that 2014 will be better, but we're still going to try and make it better. Some of the goals I have for 2014. I want to perfect her canter. I want her canter to be the best it can be this year. We're going to work on it, and we're hopefully going to do it by the end of the year. That's one of my goals. We want to jump bigger at shows. I don't know if you've ever seen any of my riding videos, but I have a tiny ring, and it's kind of impossible to jump in my ring. So we jump at my aunt's house every Saturday, and we jump like 2-3 there, but at shows we only jump cross rail, so I want to jump bigger at shows. I want to move up a division at Apple Knoll, go beginner, novice, or elementary at least. No, probably not beginner, novice, but we can go elementary. Just move up, see what we'll do. I want to be able to take Elsa out on the trails She's not very nice to Boomer. Because she hates him like me. I want to take Elsa out on the trails and be able to do it alone. She has a really big problem with leaving the property farther than the road, like I said before, alone. She doesn't like it at all. It gets to a point where she'll make it through my neighbor's backyard, through the woods, and then she won't move anymore. She just backs up. She won't go. So hopefully this year I'm going to get her to go out on the trails alone with me. I've been wanting to do this for a while, but I'm going to put this in action this year. One of the reasons I'm going to put this in action is because my friend April is leasing my other really good friend Allie's little pony, because Allie's at college. And the barn is right on the way that we go trail riding. So if me and Elsa can get to the barn alone, then me and April can go trail riding. But we're going to work on that, and we're going to achieve it. My last goal for 2014 is I want to take Elsa to the beach. I want to go riding on the beach with her. I think that would be really fun and something that I really would like to do. So, Elsa went back outside, but we can go see her. Here she is. Her leg is a little cut up, but she has it all. Hi, Elsa. Hi. She has it all wrapped because she hurt herself. But so, thank you very much for watching this video, and I hope that you'll watch more. See you later. Bye.